Hey, I'm Eric Triplett, the Pond Digger. I'm in Upland, California at the home of Mystic Koi, and I'm gonna introduce you to Shawn Mc Henry. Now this guy is a true koi guru. He's been traveling to Japan for over 15 years, and he brings home high quality koi for everyone across the United States to enjoy. He's an international koi judge, and there's not too many people around that understand the true art of koi the way that he does. Let's go meet him and learn some neat stuff about some amazing fish. Shawn, how are you doing?
Eric, brother man. Good to see you. How you doing?
Good to see you, good to see you. I'm great. Hey, today I want to talk about the Kohaku.
Oh, good. I just had a Kohaku right there.
Nice.
One of my favorites.
Well, you know, let's talk about this statement. They say that the koi begins with Kohaku and it ends with Kohaku.
Yeah, sure. That's a very, very deep statement. It means a lot of different things. But essentially, Kohaku is a red and white fish. It's as simple as it gets. But there are many, many layers to that, and once you can understand Kohaku, you can start to understand all varieties of koi.
Right, I love that. Tell me this, I want to know how long it took them to develop the white fish with red patterning.
Sure.
How long did that take?
So Hiroi-san, about 125 years ago, started off with literally a red fish, solid red, what we call benigo. And he started to notice white creeping up from the sides. And so when you look at Kohaku today, it's a white fish generally, with very small red steps across there. Believe it or not, that started off as a red fish, and over the last 100 years or so, they've got that white to creep up all around the sides.
That's the kind of stuff I want to learn.
Yeah.
Hey, can we bowl a couple and go through some steps?
Yeah, absolutely. Let's do it.
All right, let's do it.
Cool. All right, so this is a beautiful 2-year-old Kohaku from Naruto Koi Farm, and this is just a perfect example of what we're looking for in an ideal Kohaku.
She's massive for 2. People are going to be astonished.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah. People have no idea that.
So, very simple, red and white fish. But the Japanese have 5 or 6 different words for red to describe the type of red that we
5?
have.
I know he, that's about it.
Oh, Aka, Beni.
Oh, Benny, I know Benny too.
Yeah. And many of them refer to either flowers or fire, showing you what kind of red it's trying to describe.
Okay.
So what we're looking for are typically very nice step patterns. And you can see that in this beautiful maruten here, this big circle on the head. And then it's followed by 3 very nice stepping stones behind it. And if you notice, this is almost like a lightning bolt.
Yeah, it's got a great pattern.
And we call that Inazuma. Which is
Inazuma.
really, really neat.
I like it when it goes all the way through that.
Yeah,
Inazuma.
absolutely.
Yeah, it's great.
All right, let's pull her out and pull in that Tancho.
Nice. Okay. So the Tancho, I mean, it's like it represents the Japanese flag, right? I mean.
Yeah, but it's deeper than that.
I figured that much. That's why we're asking you.
There you go. So the Japanese flag is actually designed after the Tancho crane, which is quite iconic because cranes, as we all know, are the mortal enemies of all koi.
I know.
But there's a very beautiful crane in Japan. It's all white and it has a perfect red circle on the head. And that's where we get the Tancho.
Oh, neat.
And it's so amazing that this fish originated as an all red fish. And how through selective breeding we've gotten to this point where we can create such a unique pattern.
Tell us about the size of that red circle. I mean, is there an optimal size, an optimal position? Should it be back farther? This one's in between the eyes a little bit.
Absolutely. We ideally want to show off this beautiful red spot, and it should be sitting exactly right in between the eyes, touching each eye. So this is very, very ideal placement. It's not perfectly centered. If it was perfectly centered, this would be, well, it's an expensive fish as it is, but if it was perfectly centered, wow.
There's a nice art to just pulling them out and then just sitting right there in your hand, huh?
Yeah, letting them balance in your hand is the trick.
Yeah. Okay, this is what I want to talk about. I want to touch on it begins with Kohaku and it ends with Kohaku, because as far as I understand and my knowledge is, when I'm looking for, say, a Showa or a Goshiki or something like that, I'm looking for a really unique Kohaku pattern within that fish, whether it be Sanke or something.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Just like you said, it starts with Kohaku, so we're looking for a nice Kohaku pattern. Let's pull up this Goshiki, because it has a great example of a Kohaku pattern, but a different element.
The fins are showing, slight gray in them. Is it more preference to have more gray or less gray in the fins of the Goshiki?
So this is a Goshiki, which is a variety where things like the color of the fins aren't too important. I know as this fish develops, because I know its bloodline, that this black will actually recede quite a bit on the fins, and we might get a little bit of gray towards the center, but overall it'll disappear.
Okay.
As a koi judge, that's one of the last things we would look for. We're on a Kohaku or on a Sanke, we're much more critical of those type of ideas.
Okay.
What you really want to note is how beautiful the netting is, especially as we get these nice side shots of the koi here. And you can see actually below how it's a white fish underneath.
Yeah.
I think it's just extraordinary how this started off as a white fish, and through development over the last year or so, she's gotten much darker.
Yeah, she's gorgeous. All right, thanks for that. We can let her go. Well, that was some great information on some amazing fish. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. And if you're ever in the Upland area, you gotta stop in and see Mystic Koi. Talk to Shawn and tell him I said hi. I'm Eric Triplett, the Pond Digger. Thanks for watching.